right, welcome into 5 Reasons to Bet here on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. I'm Ethan Skolnick. You can follow me at Ethan J. Skolnick and at 5 Reasons Sports. We've got our guy J-Rod. He's right above. You can follow him at J-Rod Show. And we've got Alfredo Arteaga. You can follow him at Alf_Arteaga. I know most of you come here for Taylor, and she will be back next week. No, because she has the best record. That's why everybody comes here for Taylor. They come here for the picks.
She has a bye week.
She deserves a bye week. Although actually, last week was not so good for her. I think she did drop both of them. So.
No, she covered that. She picked the damn Eagles. That backdoor cover, man.
She's
11-1. 11-1.
Oh, geez. Oh, you're right. So I got that wrong on my part. So I'm actually 7-5. Okay, I'm 7-5. All right.
To be fair, coming to watch this show to fade my picks is a draw.
No, that is true. It's opposite day here. That's what my daughter calls it. All right, well, here, the picks that we're going to make today on this Thursday night football battle between the shell of the Cleveland Browns and the Denver Broncos. You can bet it over at betus.com. That's betus.com. Use the code 5, F-I-V-E, I'm sorry, I can't spell this morning, and get yourself that 125% bonus and the cool graphic with Warren Sapp on it. You can't see it right now, but you can do the live betting. You can bet, and again, we're also saying you can bet the NBA. The Heat play tonight as well. I'll be down at the arena, and you can bet the Heat and Bucks tonight over at BetUS. But let's get to tonight's game. We're going to start with the over-under on this one, but obviously we're going to start with the injuries and everybody who's out. Most of the Cleveland team, essentially. Both of their best running backs, their starting quarterback, potentially one of their potentially both of their receivers. They really are pretty much down to almost nothing on offense. And, Jim, that has affected the over-under on this game.
Yeah, I mean, when this thing started, guys, it was in the high 40s. We're down now to 41. And this reminds me of that Newt Rockney movie. See, we're going to go this way. See, we're going to go to the left. See, we're going to go to the right. See, it's going to be like three. It's going to be a carry and a cloud of dust. It's going to be Case Keenum doing his best, old school 1940s. This is going to be a dreck. This is going to be a battle. This is going to be a slog. All we needed was some rain in Cleveland, and this would be perfect. This is about as typical Cleveland game as you're going to get. I don't know how they're going to get any points. Mayfield, no Nick Chubb. No Kareem Hunt. Jarvis Landry may be gone. The offensive line is banged up. OBJ. You got to go with the under 41. I mean, and on the other side for the Broncos, Teddy Bridgewater, he's got a bad foot. He's got a bad quad. He's looking like Vince McMahon trying to walk out there. This is going to be a crazy game. And oh, by the way, I want to know how many times, guys, we're going to make the references during the broadcast to the drive, to the fumble. How many times are we going to see that? I mean, these teams in the 80s faced each other 3 times in the AFC Championship game, And, of course, we all know how it went, all for the Broncos. But 41, that's a low number, but I think they're going to get into it easily. I mean, this could be one of those 17 to, 15 kind of games. So I got to go under 41.
Alfredo?
Yeah, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go over, and the only reason I'm going to go over is because I actually do believe in Case Keenum a little bit.
I do too.
In a sea of terrible backup quarterbacks, he's the best. Okay, so
I mean, he did get the Vikings to the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, so I'll say that they score enough, and Teddy Bridgewater brings them close enough where they eke out past 41.
Ooh, okay.
So
I'm with you, actually.
Not by much, but over.
Yeah. I'm with you on this one. I think it's going to be a challenge to get there, but I do think that they push over. I just feel, again, this is one of these where I'm with Jim that the trends are all one direction here, and that sometimes makes me fade it and go the other way. I feel like there may be some sloppy stuff in this game that could lead to some short fields, and if that's the case, then I think that there could be an over situation. And I'm with you. Case Keenum, was not bad when he started, actually, and was given a lot of responsibility. It didn't end up paying off. But you're right, he's better than most backup quarterbacks. I will say this. I would rather have Case Keenum right now than Jacoby Brissett. But let's get to we're going to get to the pick of the game itself. But before we do, I want to tell you about Boo's Bandage. I still have a little bit of the sticker on my arm here. There you can see what it looks like. That Jim's showing it to you very, very nicely. BoozBandage.com. You can get them at 5RSN. That's the code that you want to use, 5RSN, and you'll get yourself that 20% off. I wanted to tell you more about it instead of showing you the two people at the bar, because honestly, I can't even look at a bar right now after last night. But I feel better because of the booze advantage. That's not really the issue. It's just lack of sleep. 5RSN. Use the code and you'll get 20% off to kill your hangover before it ever starts. All right, let's get to the pick of the game itself. It's now, I guess, Jim, it's come down to a pick 'em.
Yeah, it's +1. When this whole started, Cleveland was -4 and they're at home, and I would have gone with Cleveland easily. Now that we're at a pick'em, and my rule of thumb is if we're ever at a pick'em situation and a +1 is a pick'em, I'm always going to go with the team getting the point. Why not?
Yeah.
I'll take it. Denver and Cleveland. Denver started 3-0. They were. It was an absolutely fraudulent 3-0. They've lost 3 straight, and all of a sudden, this game, both teams are 3-3. For the Browns, they're at the precipice of the season. Remember, people were talking Super Bowl for the Browns. All of a sudden, they're staring up at the Baltimore Ravens and the Broncos and Vic Fangio. I think the defense is going to rule the day. Von Miller has already said, "I'm going to be the star in this game. I'm going to eat up some people. The big dog's going to eat." Case Keenum said, "Hey, I'm built for this. I want to see what happens." I believe in Von Miller. I believe in Vic Fangio and that defense. I think they're going to wreak havoc on a busted-up offensive line. So I'm going to take the Broncos getting the 1 point, because that's all I can get out of this.
What do you think, Alfredo?
I think Denver's going in the wrong direction, and I watched that Las Vegas game, and they just couldn't move the ball. At one point, they had gone 5 consecutive drives without a first down, and they had not passed their own 35-yard line. That's bad. I think the Browns being at home, I think Case Keenum gives them enough. I think deep down below the surface, there's a really good football team there in Cleveland. I think they do just enough to get this win. So I'll take the Browns. It's just -1. It's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the Browns.
You know what? I know this is what I'm not supposed to do here, but I'm going with Alfredo twice on this one. I'm going with the Case Keenum factor. I really do think that. I mean, honestly, Teddy banged up and them going the wrong direction. To me, Case, even as a backup quarterback versus Teddy Bridgewater, is a push at the very worst, I think. And so, and I also think that Baker Mayfield's career has been such where whenever there can be chaos, there will be chaos. And the prospect of Case Keenum winning on a Thursday night when there have been some questions about Baker lately, not that there's going to be a quarterback controversy, but it will lead to more questions about Baker, just kind of feel like we're headed for that. So I don't think it's going to be easy, but I could see a 24-21 victory by Cleveland. I just think they're the better football team, even with the top end guys out. I just think they are. They're deeper, and they had real ambitions this season. Denver didn't. I think Vic Fangio is going to be fired at the end of the season. This seems to me like another Denver situation. It's going to end up 7-9. So I'm going to go with Cleveland. I'm going to go with Alfredo. Taylor will be back next week. Get your booze bandages at 5RSN using the code 5RSN at boozebandage.com and use the code 5 at BetUS. Make sure you can bet everything, including NBA. I think the Heat are a home dog tonight. Is that right? Is that right, Jim?
Let's get a bonus pick in here from Ethan.
And they should be. They should be.
They're facing the defending champions who just beat up on the Nets. So, yes, they probably should be. But, yeah, they're home dog tonight, I believe. And we'll get to more of that later on. Hater bets on there for betting. All right, we'll be back next week. Have a good one.